have that actually, I co-wrote this with Dominic Taylor there, very fine lyricist, songwriter, poet. It's called The Ballad of a Dead Man. It's not that depressing really. Man a long time dead. To me he looked so real. I pictured him as yesterday. Asked him to tell his tale, dear boys. Asked him to tell his tale. Wise were you, said he to me, to settle down and pray. But had you lived a life like mine, you'd be with me here today, dear boys. You'd be here with me today. And the wall that prisoned him was long, stretched all the ways to hell. And why he had to sing his song, only he can tell, dear boys, only he can tell.
Okay, next up is my colleague in the Limerick Writers' Centre, Mark Lloyd, and he's going to read a little piece of a children's novel he's written.
Thanks very much, guys. Dominic, thanks for organising this. I think it's great that Limerick has something like this. I know it says the Limerick Writers' Centre organised it, but I think we all know that it's Dominic is the main force behind this. Quick advert, Kemmy's Limerick Miscellany, please buy it for Christmas. It's what's going to support events like this for the next 2 or 3 years. And the workshops that we provide in the Limerick Writers' Centres are and will be heavily subsidised. And the Kemmy's Limerick Miscellany, it's on sale here, it's on sale in Easton's, it's on sale all over the city. Please buy it. And final ad, I have a blog which is hanging off the Limerick Writers' Centre's website. Have a look at it. Very interested in writers contributing to it and joining in the conversation. Okay, this is called Saint Unsub and the Dragon, and it's a novel for children aged 10 to 5, none of whom are...
Have you ever had to turn and tell your child a lie? Have you ever had to say, tomorrow we'll buy some food, and in your heart you wonder why I, the unemployed father of 3 kids, must feed from dirty dustbin lids, and kids, valued more than gold, are fed with dog food in the cold. With angered hands I hold 6 chill feet from the cold, 6 innocent eyes and mind that lie, a contradiction, them and I can work, I die. And man's too human to shake the line, but still supplies me with vacant time. I'd rather be with line below and rock my body, not my soul. I enrolled for dole and sold my soul, and each day I strolled.
Marion O'Rourke.
I've got a very, very short story. I know people get terrified when they hear there's going to be a short story because they think it's going to go on forever. And then I brought a poem that's kind of connected with it. The short story is called Pigs and Potatoes. Last summer I headed out to a holistic retreat center in the Manzano Mountains of New Mexico. 700 feet above sea level, the semi-desert land was hot, hard and dry. This center offered a program consisting of yoga, dancing, breathing, hiking, and a limited amount of food. People came from all over the world to participate, including 35 Russians.
As Dominic said, I'm a regular at the 3 Songs open mic every Tuesday night in the White House, and I'm going to do an original song I play quite often there. I reckon the walls inside that bending over on this stage. And it's an original song, and it's called Hey You. where I can't sleep.
Great. We'll go back to the spoken word now, and I'd like to call up Sheila Fitzpatrick O'Donnell, who's got a seasonal short story for us.
I wrote this story on Christmas morning, and I just wrote it as the words were on the day that it was ready. An angel tossed the coin.
Get closer
Hear
to the
me
mic.
in.
Get-
Closer to the mic. Is this close enough?
Yes.
Thank you, darling. Yes, darling. An angel tossed the coin. On a bitter cold winter's day, back in 2002, while working in my flower shop, a young woman approached me. It was obvious the poor old creator was in tears.
Reality, it's nothing like it really, yeah. I have two short poems. One is called Jesus to Mary Magdalene. It's Jesus speaking to Mary Magdalene. There's a famous phrase in Latin, noli me tangere. You know that, don't touch me. It translates into English very coldly, don't touch me. And this is what Jesus was supposed to have said to Mary Magdalene when she saw him after the resurrection. Other translations make it take a bit of the sting out and says, do not cling to me like that. Do not cling to me like that, because I have not yet gone up to the Father. I just imagine in this that Jesus is speaking to Mary Magdalene as she's clinging to him. Let me be clear about this. He has put some sort of structure in place that can't be taken out of place. It's every place and in every living thing. That's why I say, do not cling. Do not cling to me thus. Do not make me out to be less and yet more than I am.
Okay, we'll stay with literature, but we'll move to short story now, and I'd like to invite Barry Finnegan, originally from South Africa but now living in Limerick, to come to the mic.
This is an excerpt from a short story I wrote about 2 years ago. The story was called The Colour Dead. Just to put you in the place of the excerpt, it's written in the first person. The main character's wife has been found murdered, and his only alibi comes from his mistress who's disappeared. So he's hired a detective to find her. The sign said Allo View Farm. This was the place.
Ya no me queda sino creer que Dios murió. Y si no es eso, será tarde que me olvidó. Ya no me queda sino pensar que un mal ser